This is Takumi. He's a content creator based out of Tokyo who's built a massive audience online. Today, we're gonna find out how he built his content agency to help others do the same. From Tokyo to Newport.
We made it, baby. Let's go.
Welcome. So
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about where we're at today.
Yeah, so we're out in Newport Beach, California, and we're just checking out the new Kajabi HQ. So this is the first insight into it. I haven't even been here, and I thought, who else to show better than Brandon the man? So we're definitely checking it out today.
I appreciate it. And tell me why you're here.
So I'm out in Newport, in California at the moment. I'm originally from Tokyo, but here for the company on site, creating content with Kajabi team, building connections, meeting the team, and just sort of checking it all out, man, basically.
Well, I can't wait to see the inside. Should we go check it out?
Let's check it out, man. Let's go.
Well, this is amazing.
Yeah,
Thanks
man.
for bringing me here. I want to ask, what's the moment that you knew that social media was more than just a hobby and you made it a career?
Yeah, so definitely it was when I started posting content consistently and I started to get actual leads for my business, or I started going viral and opportunities would come in. And that's when I was like, okay, this is actually something that you can do to build a real business, and basically just snowballed from there.
And so did you know how to monetize your audience right away?
No.
Or was it a process? Are you still learning? Because
Yeah.
I know I am.
Yeah.
What was kind of the first step in realizing, oh, I could actually make money from this audience that I'm building?
So definitely, like, as a freelancer, you're known to just sort of exchange your time for value, which is going to be money. But basically learning online business required like marketing, sales skills, all these different skills that I had to learn and stack on top of each other. You sort of learn through experience as well, right? I feel like the best teacher is actually building a product and going through that process and figuring it out.
And so once you've built this audience, it seems like the next step is to find a product,
Yes.
right? How would someone out there who has an audience start a product or even find one to sell?
Yeah, so I guess it comes down to firstly the type of content you're creating, and then from there figuring out what skill maybe you're learning or that you're teaching as well, and then speaking to your audience, like what are they struggling with, what are the pain points, and then from there figuring out what can I do, what can I package up to actually solve those problems. So for me, my first digital product was an editing filter for photographers. So at the time, people were, watching my photos, they wanted to edit like me. So I was like, why don't I just package that up and just sell that? You know what I mean?
And that's where Kajabi comes into play.
Yeah, 100%.
That's where we are right now. You and I have both used Kajabi to build businesses,
Yeah.
but share how someone could use Kajabi in the early stages of their business.
Yeah, so the great thing about Kajabi is it's an all-in-one platform. You can package up your knowledge and skills into a coaching offer. It could be a course. There's so many different things that you can do. And the great thing about Kajabi is it basically gives you all the tools you need to actually sell that product.
That's amazing. And I created a course really early on.
Yeah.
That was my thing. You're building a community
Yeah.
right now. Was there a moment where that audience told you exactly what they wanted you to build?
Yeah, so basically I've been selling courses for the longest time, but I started to realize that with courses, once you sell a course, it's sort of hard to continue getting more sales from that same customer. So ideally with the community, I've realized if you can provide consistent value, then why don't you package up in a way where you get paid consistently as well? So basically I've decided to bundle up all my courses into a community offer. And what I also noticed is a lot of people pay for accountability rather than just information, which
Yes.
is, I feel like a community is sort of the best vehicle for that. So that's sort of what I'm looking forward to, yeah.
So you're a content creator, you're an entrepreneur and an agency owner.
Yep.
How do you maintain a healthy balance in your life with all these things going on?
Honestly, it could probably be better, to be honest. But with that being said, I just try to compartmentalize everything throughout the day. So like using time blockers, obviously just being focused, and when I'm actually working, just putting the phone away, like actually locking in. Because what I noticed was back in the day when I was a freelancer, I would say that I was working, but it was really just like 8 hours of fluff. Now that there's so many different responsibilities, people that I'm managing and stuff like that, I really need to be conscious of the time that I'm actually spending. And I don't want to sit in front of a desk all day as well. So I really just try to maximize my work times. And then also when I'm resting, like I rest, like I try to take the break off and go for a little holiday, or yeah, I basically work hard and then play hard as well.
So there is a balance in your life, and I feel like over time of running a business, you realize what areas make money and what areas don't. Do you kind of prioritize those revenue generating activities throughout your day, and then have a good balance where that moment where it feels like it's fluff and
Yes.
it's kicking in, is
Yeah.
that when you shut it off?
Basically, yeah, so I've started to figure out, what are the inputs that are actually going to bring the highest ROI for the business, and then also figuring out, like, just in my day, when am I the most focused, when am I the most productive? And I notice for me personally, I'm a morning person, so like I usually wake up really early, and then from there I will work, say, from 5 to about 10,
Okay.
and I'll do all the highest leverage tasks then, and then throughout the day, which is going to be the afternoon, that's when I do, like, internal meetings with the team, and I start working on the stuff that maybe isn't going to provide the biggest ROI, but it's still required, you know what I mean? So that's been a big mindset shift for me, because then now it allows me to basically focus on the hardest tasks at the start of the day, and then the other stuff at the end of the day.
So from a time blocking perspective, I could see how that would dramatically improve the quality of your day. Are there any habits or routines that you have outside of work that kind of keep you motivated and keep you inspired?
Yeah, definitely fitness is a big one. Just like in terms of just breaking up my day as well, because like I mentioned, the first time block is basically where I do the high leverage task, and then I try to train in the middle of that to break up the day, and then I'll focus on more work after. And that's worked for me, and I've just noticed that with fitness, it sort of taught me consistency as well, which has then bled over into my work and just everything else across the board. And I've just noticed that, like between, if you want to have a good routine, usually there's some type of exercise or fitness within that. So I really lean into that,
And have you ever faced burnout at any point in your career, and how has that kind of shaped how you go about things now?
Yeah, definitely. So when I was a full-time freelance photographer, definitely I burnt out from there. Probably similar to you when you were doing the drone stuff as well. You're constantly learning this one skill, you're providing that as a service to get paid, and then you're also creating products. So your whole life is based around this one skill. So it's just gonna happen, right? You're just gonna eventually either get over it, or you're just gonna stop finding ways to make it pleasurable. So basically for me, I got burnt out probably at the end of 2019, and then from there, that's when I transitioned into the actual digital product side. And with the digital products, it's a lot more scalable, and it was a new skill that I was learning, all these new skills, marketing, sales, building a product, and all these different things. So it really helped rejuvenate, my passion, which is great.
So obviously there are some really successful people on this platform. Everyone out in the audience that's trying to monetize their skill set, monetize their knowledge, and use Kajabi to build their business probably wants to know, who are some of the top creators on the platform and what are they doing?
Yeah, definitely. So some of the ones that stand out top of mind is definitely Justin Welsh, he's a very big guy on Twitter. And from there, he was basically teaching people how to grow on LinkedIn. And then from there, he built a course that was really successful. And then now he's starting to teach people how to do it for themselves. Another one that comes to mind is Elaine Anderson, who is a dating coach, and she's crushing it at the moment. And she's basically helping guys find love online. She recently went on Shark Tank, and Mark Cuban actually invested into her.
Yeah, so that's incredible.
That's massive. It just shows like how creators are now crossing over into like the mainstream sort of things, like real businesses. Yeah, it's actually crazy to see. So that was a big moment for Kajabi as a company. And then in terms of like the more really specific ones, so there's this one lady, Julie, who made $1 million selling a course teaching homeschooling parents how to teach art at home.
Wow.
Like,
that's incredible.
What a niche, right?
What a niche, right? The most obscure niches are probably the most profitable.
Yeah, $1 million. Like, that's a real business just from a niche that you would, you'd typically think there's no way that's going to sell, but she's done it.
Well, that was a blast today. Thanks for coming by and showing me the new Kajabi HQ. For those who want to learn more about his agency, I'm going to link it in the description below, and I'll see you for Kajabi Here Live in October.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.